everyone, it's Sharana from Pay or Wait, and today I am going to be reviewing Claws Season 2, Episode 6, Double Dutch, okay? And so I'm still catching up. I'm going to get caught up before the episode that's going to come on tonight, so let me go ahead and get this done. So we see that the episode opens up with Desna still in shock from the realization that Zlata and Dr. Greg are not only in cahoots with one another, but they're lovers, and that basically he never loved her. All of this was a plan to get Desna to marry him, but we don't know the exact reason outside of basically they can own everything that she owns. So Desna finds out that Roller knew about Dr. Greg as she's in the hospital, and she's talking to him because Bryce has been shot and it's not looking too good. So Desna tries to comfort Jen, and then Jen goes off on Desna like, all of this is your fault, Bryce. Like, basically everything that has happened to everyone because you decided that you wanted to do business with Zlata, basically it's your fault for everything that has happened, which basically sends Desna into like just this breakdown. And so she goes home, she wakes up Dean, she basically tells Dean she wants to go back home to where they used to grow up so she can kind of find her light, which is something that we see in a flashback is what her I guess her previous caretaker, Mrs. Wallace, used to tell her as a child. And so she basically told her, if anything ever happens to you, you feel like your light is dimming, you need to come and find me and I'll always be here for you. And so it kind of leads them to basically do flashbacks of her childhood and Dean's childhood. And I love that she had her daughter playing her, and it was also her daughter did this on her own, had to audition for it, and she actually ended up getting the part. So I thought it was just so cool to see her younger daughter play her, and then also do the scenes with her at the end when the two versions of her younger self was kind of getting her back motivated. And so we see that Roller goes to Zlata's house as Dr. Greg and Zlata are basically discussing their plans, and he busts in after Dr. Greg hides and basically tries to kill Zlata for shooting Bryce. And then they get Roller off of her, and she was just like, look, you keep playing with me, I'm gonna kill your grandson. And she's like, I don't know why you Americans care so much about killing babies. I don't know what the big deal. Like, this girl be having 2-3 babies a year. It doesn't matter, she'll have another one. I was like, damn, Zlata, you just gonna kill your grandchild like that? Like, that's how you feel? And so we see that Roller goes back to try to tell Uncle Daddy, like, hey, I know you over here mourning Bryce, but you gotta get out of here. Like, they're sending people to come and kill you. And we see that they end up killing the wrong person by mistake. And so they come up with this plan. And towards the end of the episode, we see that he's basically going to turn himself in. And then Desna basically hears the conversation towards the end of the episode, and then she warns him, and they end up killing the cop. And so we also see, can we take a moment to talk about Jen's ex-cut buddy, Hank? The boldness, the audacity. How you gonna show up to this girl's husband's hospital when you know he's fighting for his life and you ruined their marriage? And he just said, oh, hey, Roller, what? You deserve the ass whooping you got, because Roller got in that ass. He said, if I saw you again, I was gonna beat your ass, and that's what he did. But I was just like, hey, like, damn, you bold. Like, you super bold, okay? And then now he's super creepy and a stalker, because we see that towards the end of the episode when Bryce wakes up, and trust me, we're going to talk about how Bryce woke up. We see that he's standing outside the hospital, staring in the room, looking at them, and I'm just like, damn, Jen, you sure know how to pick these dudes, because I don't understand, okay? I don't understand. But he was just way too bold. And so let's get on how Bryce woke up. So Bryce is in a coma at this point. He suffers some traumatic something from getting shot that put him in a coma. And so Jen is talking to him, talking about how they met and like rubbing on him and stuff, just rubbing his arm or his leg, whatever she was rubbing on. And all of a sudden he got hard, okay? Somebody rose inside of him, okay? And so she was just like, well, you know, it's been a minute. And so she just hopped on for the ride, and she was riding, and then he wakes up. But can we talk about how when Roller came in and said, that's some magic pussy, bottle that up? I said, Roller, you were too much. Writers, you were too much. But I love these lines that you give everyone. But yeah, like, if you got that thing, like, you got that thing to make a man wake up out of a coma, I knew he was going to make things up with Jen after that, because if you waking people up out of comas, whew, you ain't gonna let that go. So Okay, so Desna and Dean, they find Miss Wallace. They done found this, went back to the house, broke into the house, asked the neighbor, then the neighbor told them to go find the daughter, then they didn't find Mrs. Wallace, y'all. And so, first of all, Dean, when he was like, oh, you look the same, just older and grayer, I was just like, I can't with you, Dean. You are just, I love him. I love Dean so much. And so she was telling him like, hey, I'm just going through and you told me to come back to you. And she was like, what are you talking about, girl? I'm old as hell. I didn't even remember to put on my panties today. And then she was like, that's just some shit you tell kids. You know, you tell little kids when they're young. And I was just like, Lord, this girl didn't listen to this saying. Okay, and then this girl basically just said, I just say this to all the kids. It was too much, but it was funny. But whatever happened, she helped Desna get her whole life together, okay? And then Desna get her life together. She showed back up into that hospital snatched, okay? She was snatched from head to toe. Had the hair, had a new wig on, had the makeup, had the, okay? She was looking good, y'all. She was looking good. She made things right with Jen. She told Jen what was going on. Then she saw Dr. Greg, and she played the part. She was like, I'm going to do what I got to do because I got to figure out what's going on with them, but I'm taking all of them down. And so we see that Desna warns Uncle Daddy and Roller what was going to happen, so they decide to hide Uncle Daddy with Polly because we know that Zlata's trying to kill him. And then it comes out that he knew about what was going on. They knew that he was a drug dealer, that they had planned to take out the Russians on their own. And so Desna was just like, now it's going to be on my terms and I'm going to head all of this up. Roller tries to talk to her because she's obviously pissed because like all these people knew and didn't say anything to her, especially Roller because he's been trying to get her back and trying to be like, you sure you like him and this and that. So she just feels betrayed by so many people at this point. And so she gets this wedding dress from Dr. Greg and then she just burns it. And yeah, y'all. But like in the middle of all of this, so Ken has been this informant and he's just horrible, okay? The Arlene, which is Anne's bae and stuff, like she hates him. Her partner hates him. And he tries to convince Polly to marry him so he can basically save her and they can go into witness protection. And then Polly ends up talking about how she a criminal. She's mad at him. It was just like, girl, do you know you incriminating yourself right now? And they just sitting here listening like, girl, why are you saying all this right now? Even Ken looking like, bitch, why you up here snitching on yourself? So she was just like, nah, like, let's chill out. Like, what you trying to do? All of this stuff. But can we talk about who Polly was coaching on the phone when they was watching Jen's kids in the playground and she was talking on the phone? I said, Polly, you are too much. You are just my joy on a rainy day, okay? I love Carrie Preston. Like, please keep all of this up. But overall, like, this was a pretty good episode. Like, I had a great time seeing Desna go through her journey. It was a very emotional journey. And even seeing how Dean helps his sister when she's kind of the one who is breaking down, because we always see the reverse of Desna always helping Dean out. And so, child, it's just too much going on, but I love this show. I'm happy that I'm catching up. I'm going to do right by y'all today. I'm going to be all caught up. I'm going to go watch this last episode for the new episode. Come on, so y'all can leave me alone. But those are my thoughts on Claws Season 2, Episode 6, Double Dutch. As always, my name is Sharona from Pay Your Way. And if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I will see you soon.